Yeah, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I'm back. I'm not yet dead. I'm alive. Thanks God. I'm alive. So I'm here for you once more. Today, let's finish up the roles and responsibilities of sailors, navigators, whatever you call them. All those qualified guys that are in the vessel, that are working and in merchant shipping, ships, seagoing, and yachts, large yachts. Their roles. We're finishing up with them now. Remember, we said last time they are responsible for maintenance of the navigation equipment, amongst other things. They do that kind of maintenance. They must not find one particular equipment not working. Everything must be working. So they must not be taken by surprise when they want to use a part or an equipment and find that it's not working. That is one kind of their jobs. They must do their work very diligently and responsibly. We said these people must be fit for duty. They must be qualified, which means they must have the certificates of competence. So if they are incompetent, they cannot be in a vessel at all. Safety of life and property is very important. The vessel must be trustworthy. If it's not trustworthy, well, it can be at sea. So everything at sea, like in the Navy, it must be perfect. So they work like soldiers. These guys are given particular roles. And these roles are called sea watches. Examples are like you are assigned at a particular time for so many hours, if you want, in the engine, to watch the engine. That is called engine watch. Or you are assigned to be in the deck there and watch, which means you are looking everywhere around the vessel. What is happening? You must be quick to identify problems and report them accordingly to the master. They are given these specific rules, so which means that they are distributed throughout the vessel where it is necessary. Why this is done? We want the safe navigation, safe operation of the vessel. There should be no hazards. So if there is a hazard or anything untoward, anything going on anywhere in the vessel, it must be quickly identified and a response, a quick response done. So I said safety of navigation is very important. So that is the purpose of this. I said the emergencies must be identified as quickly as possible. I said quick responses are necessary, so they must always be on the alert. Now, you are given this particular role at a particular time. You must be there. Then they will, at another time, it will be somebody else. That's how they work. You don't remain there forever. You must have your time to rest, your hours to sleep. All the roles are supposed to be occupied. There is no role that is supposed to be unmanned. All roles must be manned. Watch keepers are those people who are manning particular areas in a vessel. This kind of work is regulated by a convention. A convention, like a piece of legislation, will always have regulations. If it's a national legislation, you'll find a portion within the legislation that says the minister will regulate. Once that is said, it means that when the piece of legislation is finalized, the minister will start afresh now regulating, which means that he's telling people how to do it. So even the convention is like that. At IMO, we develop, when I was still attending IMO meetings, we developed conventions. Conventions is just an agreement. By itself, it's a standalone agreement. But within the convention, there should be regulations. Now, regulations at IMO, they are technical in nature. Now, it tells what the seafarers should be doing in a vessel. So you'll find the Solas, you'll find the Maple, they all have their own regulations. So regulations are operational now, not like a political document like a convention, but operational now, what exactly you are supposed to do in the vessel. So this one here, the watchkeeping, is governed by a convention called STCW 95. I said I'm not going to deal with this convention because it's a lot of work by itself, because it gives or it brings the standards. What kind of standards should be followed by the seafarers? So that is a hell of work, piece of work that you need to have. I need to have a particular time to deal with this convention separately, if I do. This convention was developed in 1978, truly speaking. Whilst it's said it's a 1995 convention, but truly speaking, it was developed in 1995. It's a 1978 convention in the sense that it entered into force on the 1st of July 1978. But it's called the 1995 STCW Convention 1995 is because of the amendments. There are amendments that are coming in. For instance, there is a Manila amendment in 2010. So a convention is going, it's a living document. Sometimes they discover things that are still outstanding and then they go back and amend a convention. So that's why you'll find a convention that was developed in 1998 having standards that are developed in 1995. So it goes on and on and on, being amended whenever it is necessary. So the Part A of this STCW convention is mandatory, really. So it works like that. The minimum standards of competency required for seagoing, that is the STCW. You must be trained in the STCW. That's why I never went to sea. I never trained in STCW because my intention was not to be a seafarer. I told you that there are so many roles at sea. If you're going to be a seafarer, there's no reason why you think that you are going to go there without the STCW. You need to have it. Me, I know about it, but I knew that I'm not going to go to the sea. I'm scared of that. I don't want to be a woman there at all. There are men, there are a lot of men, scary, really. But at IMO, we are encouraging young people, young ladies, to go seafaring, really, we do. But I think that they need to be very careful. Everybody must be trained. That ladies should be treated fairly. So those days, that language was not there when I was a student. But now there is a language that says they must be treated fairly, not unfairly. Human rights now are extended to sea. So our young ladies can go seafaring. I thank you. Thank you for this. So, bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Stay alive. Stay safe.